a new stadium could be coming to downtown Spokane.
Today, the Downtown Spokane Partnership is making its pitch to the Spokane Public School District. Now, the plan includes a 5,000-seat stadium, and it would host high school football games, maybe concerts, and a professional soccer team. Now, supporters say it will save Spokane schools more than $17 million. Right now, that money is earmarked to renovate Joe Albee Stadium. Voters supported that renovation in an advisory vote back in 2018 rather than pay to build a new stadium downtown. But under the new proposal, the cost of that downtown stadium will be offset by the soccer team. Now, the final decision rests with the school district, but they're not expected to take a vote on the issue today.
And like you just heard Jen say, that new stadium could bring in that new professional soccer team to Spokane. So this morning we are joined by Justin Papadakis from the United Soccer League to talk about what that new team could mean for Spokane. Justin, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, tell us more for our viewers who aren't exactly sure what USL Soccer is. Tell us more about what that presence could really bring to Spokane and our region.
Sure. Well, the USL, we have the USL and the MLS, which are the three. We have two leagues in the MLS. So those are the three professional soccer leagues in the United States. And across the USL, we have over, this year we'll do over 3 million fans, millions more watching on ESPN. And we have, billions of dollars in new stadium anchor developments all across the country. And we think that the stadium proposal here in Spokane will add to that list and really make Spokane one of the top soccer cities in the United States. I think one key difference that I'd like to explain, to your viewers is that unlike the other American sports with hockey, baseball, basketball, the USL isn't a minor league. And what I mean by that is our goal, the goal of the league isn't solely to develop players. Another example of a major difference is that we play in a tournament every year where we'll, very likely here in Spokane, you'll be hosting the Seattle Sounders, the Portland Timbers, and play against them, those MLS teams here in Spokane. And so that dynamic doesn't exist in other minor league sports. And so we really think that Spokane, with a downtown stadium, can be one of the top soccer cities in the United States.
Justin, I want to ask you, you mentioned the millions of fans and that fan base continuing to grow. Do you think there's a big enough soccer fan base in Eastern Washington or North Idaho to host this professional team?
It's a great question. And the Northwest, going back, a decade plus, really showed the potential for soccer in the United States. And I have the, really great fortune of, we're working in 35 plus markets around the United States for expansion teams. And I have to say the amount of support that we've received from businesses, residents, soccer families in Spokane has been the largest of any market that we're working on in the United States. And so that really got us excited. The new stadium proposal will create a amazing sports infrastructure in downtown Spokane. And again, we believe that Spokane can be one of the top soccer markets in the United States.
And Justin, you mentioned infrastructure. What about the ways that USL Soccer could invest in younger athletes here in the Northwest?
Well, Spokane in the larger region has over 10,000 youth soccer players. And one unique aspect of soccer, again, that doesn't exist in other sports, is that you have a direct connection between the professional team all the way down to the youth players. And so imagine as a youth, those 10,000 youth soccer players, they're part of this larger club that will play in the stadium. And whether they're training alongside them, the professional team, watching the trainings, and most importantly, being a professional player and an athlete is more than just what happens on the field. It's about how do you recover, how you watch film, how you train. Those are things that the professional team we'll be able to have that direct connection with those youth players in Spokane and really be a mentor and a role model for them as they think about their future. And another thing that is really important for us is there's only a small percentage of players that will go professional on the field. The sports industry off the field is a very fast-growing industry. Just in the USL alone, we'll create thousands of jobs, front office jobs, and so we have a great deal of pride and effort into showing young high school students that there is a career in sports beyond, and there's a tremendous amount of internships and other opportunities that we can provide them as they think about their future. Additionally, and importantly, there is a proposal that we put forward in here that we could, if we have the stadium downtown, we could convert Joe Albee into many playing fields that would generate an additional $6 million of economic impact. Instead of the money flowing out to other cities and states, we can bring that money here and drive the economic impact to Spokane's hotels, restaurants, and small businesses.
Justin Papadakis from USL joining us this morning, taking all of our questions. Justin, thank you so much for giving us your time this morning.